Starbucks and Fiat Chrysler are also coming under the scrutiny of courts next to Apple. What can we expect from today's decision?
Good morning, Matt. So you're looking at Fiat Chrysler and Starbucks. Essentially, the European Commission accused both companies of paying artificially low tax in Europe. They're breaching what is known as state aid, and they were told to pay back 30 million euros in compensation. Both Starbucks and Fiat Chrysler deny the allegations, and they've taken this back to court in an appeal. Now, investors are really keeping a close eye on this case because it could really signal the way European courts and regulators are going to treat American companies going forward. And of course, you have the other case, Apple versus the European Commission, which is much bigger, which is much more contentious, and you're looking at 13 billion euros at stake. The thinking here is that if the court today decides to side with the European Commission and throws away the arguments put forward by Starbucks and Fiat Chrysler, it will likely do the same with Apple. And you know, that could already reignite tensions between that big American tech company, Apple, and the similar likes, and the European Commission. I'm sure you remember Tim Cook called the decision total political crap at the time.
Maria, Google is also in focus, this time over privacy issues and the right to be forgotten. What are the broader implications there?
Right, well, that is another case. We talked about tax and money, but the other big thorny issue in Europe looks into privacy laws. So this goes back to a French regulator which argued that individuals do have a right to be forgotten on the web. Individuals do have a right to request information is removed from Google on demand if they feel this is outdated or no longer relevant. Now, Google said when this initially came out that they felt concerned about potential censorship and they want to remain what is known as a neutral actor on the web. They don't want to be making those kind of decisions. But again, it's a very tricky debate in terms of that very gray fine line between a right to your private life, but also the right to access information freely on the web. When you look at the decision today, and this is really what's really at stake for Google, is just how big the extent of it. This is just applied to French nationals in a French jurisdiction, or you're looking at a right to be forgotten that is much more global.